Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good day. I have another awesome quality story from my audience, so let's get into it. So, this was going back years and years ago. I was only in probably grade grade 6 at this time. I was very young, grade 6. So that's probably like 12, 13 years ago, maybe longer. But let's get into it. So, um we planned a family trip. And the family knew where we were going, but they wanted to keep it a surprise for us. So basically, they told us to pack a bathing suit, enough clothes for 4 days, and hygiene products. That's all they really told us to bring. We were like, okay, we weren't thinking too much of it. We didn't know anything. It was a surprise. And then when we got in the car, um, they said, "Surprise, we have a surprise for you. We're going to a hotel that is really fancy. It's a little expensive, but it's gonna be worth your while." And I was like, "Cool." It was really fun. It was really awesome. So we got there, we looked around. It was a long drive. It was like, I think it was a really long drive. It's hard to remember how long it was. I think it was like almost 2 hours, I think, away or something like that. It was really long. And when we got there, I remember to this day it was snowing out. It was like snowing. But where we lived, it wasn't snowing. It was pretty cool how it's opposite. We walk into this big hotel. It looks like a cabinet type style. We walk in, we see this big hotel. We're like all surprised. We like see all the decorations and all everything, like, mooses and stuff, stuff like that, really cool. And they speak and everything. It was really cool. There was like a picture booth. You could buy a whole bunch of different stuff, drinks, food, everything you can think of, bathing suit, clothes, everything you can think of, you could buy there. It was really awesome. And then pretty much, so first when we got in, we paid for a hotel, tell how much people it is, how much it is for a night. Yes, it was a little pricey. Um, I think it was $100 a night or something like that. It was really pricey or something like that. But I think because it was the first time, I think we got a discount. So yeah, it was pretty nice, pretty awesome. You have the way you get in is you have these like these bracelets they give you, and that's how you get into your hotel, your room, by scanning. It's really awesome. It's really cool. And when you get inside your room, you can lock the door. So that's pretty cool too. And yeah, it was pretty awesome. We got there, we got our stuff in, we got settled in, we looked into where we're gonna sleep, like the hotel. It had a nice fire pit, it was very fancy, it had the cabin type style, it was bunk beds. It was really cool. So, it was pretty awesome. It was really cool. It was really cool setup. It was like nature type setup. It was really, really fascinating. I'd never seen it before, so I was in La La Land. I was really shocked because I never seen something like that before in my life. It was really cool. Then we took some family pictures. Then after we got settled in, we decided to go check out the rest of the hotel. We went downstairs. We looked around. There was like this really big arcade that was really cool. We were definitely gonna check that out. There was like stores and stuff. We weren't really interested in like the store type stuff because we didn't really have money. We were more interested in the arcade. And then we saw a big indoor water park that was really huge. It was really cool. It was pretty awesome. And yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was included in the hotel. So you basically, when you pay for the hotel, you pay for the water park. You just got to show your pass and that's it. It's pretty awesome. And then we got in there. It was like a big room. It was like a rainforest. It was really warm in there. It was really warm. It was like nature style. It was really cool. You could see like all the water slides, the hot tubs, stuff like that. And so we went crazy. First thing we did was we went to the wave pool. It's like a big pool that has like waves. It's really cool. We went in there. We walked around. There's like lifeguards, watching us. And yeah, then we started going on water slides. There was all different types. There was the toilet bowl. There was other ones I can't remember all of them, but there was a lot of water slides. And what we did is we take off, we'd all go together, we'd stick as a team, and we'd all, go on the water slide together. It was really cool, and that's what we did all day. We run around, or we were in the pool, or, stuff like that. We just stay together. Sometimes I'd take off to the water pool. Me and my family and my 2 siblings, we wanted to go to the, we wanted to go in the hot tub, but we weren't old enough. They asked how old we were, and they said you have to be 18, and we were disappointed because we really wanted to go in, but we couldn't. So we tried to sneak in. Well, we got they weren't happy with us. I guess the lifeguards, you say, they came up to us and told us we can't do that. They just tell us, no, you can't. Sorry, you have to be 18 of age. And the coolest thing was, we thought it was cool about it, is in the hot tub. It was, like, outside in the snow, but the water was so warm, like, it was a really cool experience as a little kid seeing that, and we asked her parents, are you guys gonna go in the hot tub?" And they didn't seem to be amused to go in the hot tub. All they were doing is sitting around on the chair relaxing with the warm heat. That's just all they seemed to be really enjoy, the free time with kids not really around them. So, they did that while we basically, and then the second day, what we end up doing, we end up taking off all day. The parents were doing, you know, parent stuff, and we were, just we took off all day. We were like we woke up early as when it starts, and we didn't get back until like 2 or 3 o'clock, pretty much supper time when we got there. We got back, we ate some food, we chilled, and then we went back to the water park just before it closed. And then pretty much we settled down, watched some TV, and then pretty much sleep. And for the next day, then there was this like really cool hotel dance. We all got cleaned up to go to a dance. It wasn't exactly what we expected. We thought it was like a dance, like a romance type dance, but it wasn't. But that's okay. We still had fun. There was good music. Everyone dances. Has a good time. It was pretty cool like that. It was pretty cool overall. Then we went to the arcade, and the arcade was really cool because, a lot of games. We just played games, won tickets, and then after, we got our prizes that we can win with the tickets, the amount of tickets. It was really awesome, we did that. We actually probably played the arcade, the whole time we were there. We probably did it 2 or 3 times, maybe 2, because it was only for 3 days, the whole weekend pretty much, and it was a long drive back. So pretty much the last day, we didn't really get to play in the, like, we played for like maybe a half an hour or 2 hours the max. We went into back to the, water park place. We played for like a little bit, and then after that, the parents told us, okay, we have to leave because it's a long drive back. Plus, we have to go to school the next day and all that stuff. And we have to be ready, stuff like that. So we just played around the water park for a little bit. We went on a few water slides, stuff like that. And then pretty much after that, we packed all our stuff out, and they gave us a time. The hotel gives us a time that we had to be out, and I think we had to be out by 1 o'clock. So we were out a lot earlier than we needed to be, but that's because it was a long drive back. It was like a 2-hour drive back, and by the time we got back home and dropped us off, it was pretty much the afternoon. And I guess we had a little bit of afternoon to get ready for the next day. Even though getting ready for the next day is not really a big deal, you just have to make your lunch, gotta make sure everything's good, set your alarms to be ready for the next day. And that was pretty much how that weekend went. It was a really blast weekend. I still remember to this day. I still look at the pictures of that time. That was a really fun time. It was really cool. It was epic. You know, it's always good to keep pictures of good memories, the awesome water slides, all the awesome good times, quality time you spend with your family, because as people get older, you don't spend as much time with your family because, people get busy, people have jobs, people start to have their own family, and sometimes your family might be very independent people, so they don't rely on family. So, it all depends. But at the end of the day, enjoy life, live life to the fullest. And yeah, just live life, enjoy life every day, live life to the best of your ability. So yeah, um, so that was my wonderful experience at this awesome hotel. It was a little bit on the pricey side, $100 a night. So basically, we stayed there about 2 days. It was probably, I'm assuming it was probably $200 or $300. They said, plus everything else included, shopping and all that stuff. But yeah, overall, it was a fun, awesome story. I hope my audience can relate to my story. I will see you tomorrow with another awesome quality video. Thank you.